2020 was in itself a horror show we all have lived through. The world has seen it all, but if you still want to turn the lights off, hide under your blanket, and eat a sweet bowl of caramel popcorns all by yourself, we have a list of best horror movies of 2021 so far. Whether you like a psychological thriller that depicts horrific realities of the real world, or you like traditional slasher which makes you scream your lungs out, we have the best options for your weekend binge. Let's find out the best horror movies of 2021 so far. The Vigil.
Can you tell me?
What?
Is his head turned around, Yakov? Yakov, what do you see?
The Vigil, starring Dave Davis, Manisha Lustig, and Malky Goldman in a lead role, focuses on ritualistic vigil. Inspired by Jewish tradition of watching over a dead body overnight, a young man faces unexpected circumstances. With only the company of the recently departed and an ailing widow who expresses cryptic reservations as to the man's ability to carry out the task, he soon finds himself exposed to a terrifying haunting within the claustrophobic confines of a home that has become host to a malevolent entity. Willys Wonderland. A haunting slasher features the story of a young man who has to work as an overnight janitor in an amusement park. After a young man's car breaks down, he trades to work as a janitor in order to get it repaired. Much to his surprise, animatronic creatures of this amusement park come to life every night and have an extremely horrific idea of having fun.
I'm gonna feast on your face!
He soon finds himself trapped inside Willys Wonderland and locked in an epic battle with the possessed animatronic mascots that roam the halls. In his attempt to survive, he tries to fight his way through each of them. Psycho Goreman. In filmmaker Steven Kostanski's horror comedy homage to low-budget science fiction horror movies of the 80s and 90s, a couple of kids, Nita Josie Hannah, Owen Meyer, unearth a homicidal beastie in their back garden. The story is based around two siblings, Mimi and Luke, who accidentally restore an ancient alien overlord.
Is this yours?
Initially, it is a child's play as the siblings force the monster to obey their childish whims and wishes. But soon, a horrendous rogue gallery of intergalactic assassins are attracted by the suspicious activities of the siblings. The movie also deeply focuses on the alien-like villain, as the villain has elaborate looks and can be translated as an action figure. Saint Maud. Morfydd Clark plays the character of Saint Maud, who is a troubled, religion-obsessed nurse.
And bless her mind, which is shrouded in darkness.
Caring for the lymphomia-stricken patient, and more carnally-minded Amanda, Jennifer Ellie. Making her feature film debut, writer-director Rose Glass cannily lures the audience into this disturbed psyche, steadily setting up her veritable diary of a country nurse for an unnerving and ultimately shocking trajectory. Morfydd Clark, also at the festival in the personal history of David Copperfield, portrays a sanctimonious Maud with an intense stoicism that belies a disquieting vulnerability, as Maud desperately vies for absolution and solidarity from her embittered patient. Morbius. The amazing cast starring Jared Leto and Matt Smith is Marvel's take on horror movies. The movie features an intelligent scientist who is diagnosed with a rare blood disease. As no one knows the cure to the strange disease, the scientist himself tries to treat his condition. However, in a failed attempt to cure him, he accidentally turns himself into the vampire. Morbius hasn't been released yet, but sure looks like a promising horror film to binge on. We are quite excited for this one to release. If you are a fan of Jared Leto and like some Parasite-based scientific thriller horror movie, then you surely don't want to miss this one. The Stylist. The Stylist features a story of a young hairdresser who lives a lonely life and runs her salon. She becomes obsessed with the life of her clients, which leads to various murderous incidents. Claire's lonely existence is thrown into turmoil when her regular client, Olivia, Bria Grant, after midnight director of 12-hour shift, asks her to style her hair for her wedding day. As the stylist, Claire becomes increasingly fixated on Olivia's seemingly flawless life. Claire vows to lock up her scalp collection and change her ways for good. However, she ends up to discover that repressing your deadly desires is easier said than done. The movie is sure going to keep you nervous and wanting for more. Sea Fever. Sea Fever is a 2019 science fiction horror thriller film written and directed by Nyssa Hardiman, starring Hermione Corfield, Dougray Scott, and Connie Nielsen. This film is based on a crew of marooned fishing trawler, which is threatened by a strange parasitic infection.
I don't see anything.
It is a slow-burning, underplayed horror movie told from the perspective of the heroine, who is a shy, introverted scientist named Siobhan. The movie remains low-key throughout, relying mainly on building tension and making good use of sound to do so. It is closer to reality than superficial cinematographic slasher horror. Sometimes it doesn't have to be over-the-top amazing effects or jump out at you scare factor, but more just honest human action and behavior and believable. These are some of the nerve-wracking horror releases of 2021 so far. Other than these, we are also excited for a few movies which haven't been released yet. In 2021, we are looking forward to The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It, and The Quiet Place 2. You can grab yourself some nacho chips and dip and enjoy these movies with your friends on a movie night. Have you seen any of these movies yet? If not, you should definitely watch at least one of them this weekend. And if you have, comment down below to tell us which one of these you liked the most. We love to create these kinds of videos for you. So if you like this video, don't forget to like this video. For more amazing content, do not forget to subscribe to our channel. For more quick updates, hit the bell icon so you can get notifications every time we post a new video.